Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my first pull list for 2020. Woohoo! Hope everyone had a safe holiday season, had a safe New Year's, had a great New Year's Eve, all that wonderful stuff. Myself, I did not last. I didn't even try. My son went to bed at like 10:45. My daughter and I went to bed at like 20 minutes later. Yeah. But I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday. I hope everybody enjoyed New Year's. They had a good Christmas, all that wonderful stuff. But it's the first of 2020, January 1st, 2020. So comics are out. Let's get right into it. First up, we have Action Comics number 1018. This is the variant cover because John Romita Jr. did the main cover and he's doing the interior art. So this is the one I decided to go with. So yeah, Bendis has done a fantastic job with Action. It's been amazing. I cannot wait to see where we go in 2020, especially with some of the stuff that's happened in Superman and Action with Event Leviathan and the reveal and all that stuff. So really exciting times for 2020. Next up is a dollar comic, and that's Batman 613, the dollar version of this issue. I bought it just because it's another copy of the one that has Harley on the cover. But DC and Marvel do these dollar books. For DC, they're just called a dollar book. For Marvel, they're called True Believers. But they normally will reprint some like key issue or cool issue that people are trying to find but can't. It's not that difficult to find this issue, so I'm kind of about them doing a dollar version of it. Yeah, I still love it, and it's got Harley on the cover. Of course, I'm gonna buy it. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 1018. That's right, Detective is finally caught up with Action, but that's because Action slowed down and Detective sped up, or kept the same pace. I don't know. Tomasi's done a fantastic job with this. I'm curious to see where we're going after the Miss Freeze stuff. So, yeah, but Tomasi, fantastic job on Detective. Can't wait for it. This is probably my favorite cover of... Well, it's probably going to be my favorite cover of this year, and I know that's saying a lot. But it's it's the Dial H for Hero number 10. Joe Quinones or Quinones. That's how you say it. This is all of his art. He did all of it. He is a master at not copying, but aping other creators' art styles. Fantastic job here with this piece. The interiors are pretty much always the same, but that's probably one of the best comic book covers of 2020. I'm saying it right now. Hands down. Really awesome cover. Story's good to fair in it. I enjoyed Dial H. It's an interesting concept, but the art is definitely what carries the book. If you haven't had a chance, check it out. Just the art style goes all over the place in the book, but it's the same artist. So yeah, check it out. Joe Quinones, fantastic artist. Next up, we have The Dreaming, number 17. This has been a pretty interesting run on The Dreaming. Makes me want to go and actually read the bound versions that I made. They're back over there. Yeah, Dreaming, good stuff. Next up is a book that was actually out last week. It was out Christmas week on the 26th. And that's the final issue of East of West, number 45. This is the final issue for the series. They kind of just slid it in there. Christmas week, not very many books came out. This and another book are the only two that came in. I didn't actually get we were shorted our other one, so I didn't get the other one. But this was last week, so I didn't do a video last week because there was only one, and I was enjoying the holidays. So I knew I'm just tacking it on here for you guys. So East of West, 45, last issue, came out last week, Christmas week. Next up, we have Flash number 85, coming up on being renumbered back to the legacy numbering, but Joshua Williamson's just done a fantastic job with Flash. I highly recommend it. If you get a chance, go check it out. It's great stuff. Next up is Harley Quinn at number 69, and yes, she's saying love those buns on the issue 69. So it's just funny stuff. Harley Quinn's been funny and enjoyable. Mark Russell's done a good job when he fills in. So I'm curious to see what this issue has in store for us. Next up is Joker Harley Criminal Sanity number 2. This has been a little delayed, so it's finally coming out. I'm behind. I haven't actually read issue 1. And that was from months ago. A lot of those those Prestige Plus format books, It takes me a little bit to read because it's a different read for like and hold it different or position it different, and so I'm not like used to it. So I have a whole bunch a backlog I need to get to. I am about a half short box behind in reading on my comics, because I've been hauling butt on reading novels and stuff. Currently, it's the Expanse, by James S.A. Comey or Corey. I finished 4 books last year out of that series, and they're like over 500 pages each. So, yeah, my Goodreads account, I met my challenge, and dang, I read a lot of pages of stuff, and that's not even including the single issues of comics that I read. So, yeah, a lot of reading. Next up, we have Justice League Dark number 18. It's been interesting. I've been enjoying it. Justice League Dark has been good. I wouldn't say it's as good as the previous iteration of it from the New 52, but it is definitely a solid book in the Justice League family. So, yeah, if you like magic and you like DC characters and magic DC characters and all that stuff, buy it. It's good. Next up is Lois Lane at number 7 of 12. This book by Greg Rucka has been fantastic. Just out of the park, great. It coincides with Event Leviathan. It's what's going on with Superman, but it's its own thing as well. So it's definitely something that I would highly recommend people checking out. It's a really good title. Next up, we have Red Hood Outlaw, number 41. The book's going through a little I don't know. It's Artemis and Bizarro are back, but now that Red Hood has this new team that was kind of just thrown in there in like a handful of issues ago, it's kind of jarring. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to keep going with the book. I'm impressed that I've lasted this long on a Red Hood title. Normally I jump off a little bit quicker, but Red Hood's been okay. We'll see if it balances out and continues forward, but for the most part, I think it's an awkward place right now. So next up, we have Superman Giant number 1. You get some 100 pages of Superman, some reprint stories, and a couple new stories. So yeah, snag that up at your local comic shop. Next up is a book that I'm most likely going to stop getting at issue 25, even though it's been solicited for issue 26. And that's The Terrifics. It's been okay. The start was okay, and then it was just, and then I don't know why I'm still doing it. So I think I'm gonna hit that 25 mark, nice end spot, and be done with it. So yeah, and then watch they'll cancel it at 26 or 28. Who knows? But yeah, it needs to go. That's it actually for my pull list this week. I did grab a couple of titles or variant covers. The first one is for Flash 85. I thought this was an awesome variant cover there. Of course, Harley Quinn has a variant for 69. Frank Cho, black, like just line 1. Justice League Dark 18 had a awesome variant, so I snagged that one there. Lois 7 had a pretty cool one, so I snagged that one up as well. So yeah, so that's it for my pull list. I did get some stuff for reading, and the first one is Star Wars number 1 by Charles Soule. Star Wars need to be renumbered. Nope. Our actual subscription numbers for this book may be increased by 2 for this relaunch. So it's something that like it didn't need a relaunch. They're just trying to renumber to get that boost in sales for those random variants and all that stuff. So I really wish they would have just kept with the numbering and kept going with it, but who knows? It'll probably be renumbered again in 25 issues at this point. Or look, we're going back to legacy numbering at issue 100, so we can cash in on issue 100 garbage. It's disappointing. Marvel does it so much that it's just kind of now, and nobody's really caring. But I do think it hurts the product overall. And the other one for my read list is X-Men number 4. A lot of weird stuff going on with the Hickman Dawn of X stuff. I don't think it's hitting what it needed. What Hawks and Pox kind of built it up to be. I think it's moving way too fast or way too slow, or just doesn't know what it's doing at all, and it's kind of just floundering. So yeah, we'll see. I did get something for my daughter. I did get the new graphic novel for kids, the Diana, Princess of the Amazons. This little digest size book. They no longer do the DC zoom on the spine, so yeah, let's do it for a little bit and then get rid of it. So curious to see how that turns out. I need to read the zoom stuff. I haven't actually sat down and read a lot of it. But I'm really curious to see how well these kids' books, original content graphic novels are in the kids section. So we'll see. It is that time of the month. I know it sounded really bad when I said that, but oh well. And that's Previews is out. This is 376, the January previews for stuff released in March of 2020. Yes, that is right. You do see Jonathan Hickman is doing something for Image. Dude, finish the stuff that you have. I don't know. The better cover for Previews is this one. And it's so good, they put it on the DC previews too. So, Strange Adventures is solicited issue 1. Tom King, Mitch Jardison, and Evan Shanner. Can't wait for this series. Ever since Mr. Miracle, I'm just in Tom King's Batman. It's just so fantastic. Super excited to check out Strange Adventures. You should too. Make sure you pre-order a copy through your local comic shop. But the previews is out and ready to order. Definitely something that I am 100% recommending right now. Get it pre-ordered. Get it. It's good stuff. And of course, there's the DC previews, which has stuff in it that's going to get me, a couple things are going to get me in trouble. And then the very, very thick Marvel previews that has a bunch of stuff. Oh, look, Cable number 1. Oh. I don't know what they're doing over at Marvel. I really don't. That's it for this week's poll list. Please like and share and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everyone that does that. What can I say? We got through 2019, and we're on 2020. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming. Can't wait for, like I said, Strange Adventures. Batman, Catwoman is coming. Hopefully we'll get some 3 Joker stuff. Doomsday Clock finished up. I finished watching the Watchmen TV show, and oh my God, was that fantastic. Really, really solid TV show. Just really, really well done. Please, what else do I do? Man, it's been 2 weeks. I forget what my outro is. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We are skipping this week and not recording, so there'll be a new episode out next week. But you can head over to www.geekbox.net and find us there. There'll be a link in the description below just to go to our general page over there. You can also check out those, and that's more of me. We did our end of the year review stuff, so you can basically check that out there. What else do I do? Oh yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes, and getting products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely, it makes it makes it so I can do what I do every week. You can help me out a little more directly by purchasing anything through an Amazon link that I post here or at conspiratorbrock.com. And you can also help me out by going over to my eBay page. There's a link in the description below. I'm constantly purging out stuff, so check that stuff out there. That's it. What?
About the Watchmen.
What?
Watchmen. When I saw the...
What are you talking about? Sorry, my son has been trying to distract me. What? You come over here and...
Fine.
They can't see you. What?
You remember when I went in the room and we were going to Uncle Lance's and I had got my socks and shoes on and I saw the beginning of Watchmen?
Yes.
Tell them.
Tell them what? I'm not going to spoil the beginning of Watchmen for them.
No, tell them.
Tell them what?
About the beginning.
I'm not going to spoil it for them. Well, go watch Watchmen. It's really, really good. Also, watch Doom Patrol. It's really good. I'm going to start The Witcher tonight. Yeah, that's my roommate telling me, I will. I will start The Witcher. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.